Take time? Spend time? What's the difference? When we talk about the amount of time that we use to do something, we often use the word take. We don't usually use the word use. For example, it takes about 45 minutes to bake a cake. Or driving to the airport takes about 1 hour. You can also include a specific person. For example, it took him 30 minutes to get to work this morning. Or she takes a long time to put on her makeup. And you don't need to specify the exact amount of time if you don't want to. In some situations, we just use take time. For example, learning a language takes time. When we use it this way, it just means that something doesn't happen quickly. Spend time is very similar to take time, but when we use spend, we almost always mention a person. For example, she spends 30 minutes reading every evening. Or, I usually spend 2 to 3 hours reading comments each day. And because of this, when we are talking about a general action, we usually use take. Again, driving to the airport takes about 1 hour. We didn't mention a person. We only mentioned the action. So in this example, we need to use take. We can't say driving to the airport spends about 1 hour. That does not work. That does not make sense because, again, spend needs a person. If we want to use spend, we would need to say something like, every Friday, he spends about 1 hour driving to the airport to pick up his customers. But there are also many situations in which you can use either one. For example, you could say, he takes a long time to get dressed. Or you could say, he spends a long time getting dressed. Those two sentences mean basically the same thing. They just have slightly different grammar because take and spend follow different grammar rules. To waste time means that you spend time doing something that does not benefit you. Or you spend too much time doing something that you should be able to do faster. For example, he wastes a lot of time writing emails that nobody reads. Or, this morning I wasted 15 minutes watching videos on Instagram. We often use this one as a noun, and when we do, we say, a waste of time. For example, I think that playing video games is a waste of time. Or, that meeting we had yesterday was a huge waste of time. To save time means to do something in a way that takes less time. For example, to save time during the week, she cooks all of her meals on Sunday. Or, taking English lessons online saves time compared to taking English lessons in person, because you don't need to spend time traveling to and from your lessons. And finally, we have to pass time, or to kill time. And we use these ones when we have too much time. Maybe you arrive 30 minutes early for an appointment. You can sit in the waiting room and do nothing for 30 minutes, but you'll probably be pretty bored. So you might read a book or play on your phone to make those 30 minutes feel shorter. This is called passing time, or killing time. For example, my flight was delayed, so I killed time by studying English. Or we were bored and decided to clean the house to pass time. This is also why hobbies are sometimes called pastimes, because they are things that you do to pass time. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.